Yes, well, it's the Closet Poets collection, isn't it? And it's a collection of all my writing of poetry from 1969 to 2014. Just trying to portray exactly my observations and my experiences in a way, hopefully, that people will enjoy. The inspiration really just comes from more or less the same thing, the experience and observing what's going on, trying to portray how life is, what's happened to me in life over that period of time, and just generally getting my thoughts, my observations, my experiences into poetry. Don't have a favorite style. I think that's too restrictive. I try to just put in writing either in poetry or in short story anecdotes, what I see, observe, feel, and just what happens to me generally in life.
Okay. Do you have a favorite poem?
I do.
Yep.
Well, sort of. But one thing to keep in mind when you have favorites, if you've got children of your own, you don't want to have a favorite child. You ought to treat them all the same. And with poetry, it's much the same with me. I've got a Closet Poets favorites section on my website where my all-time favorites are. If there's one I had to pick, it would probably be this one. And it's called Flame of Misfortune. Detour ahead. Alas, no brakes. What now, you say? A look we'll take. Back wheels on fire. Quick, out with the kids. Throw dirt on the fire. Bang. Down the car skids. Move far away, gas tank to explode. Keep the kids back, try to unload. Car top carrier weighs a ton. What luck, at least we hurt no one. Advised to drive till rubber falls free. Behind the wheel, no gears with to flee. Inside's aflame, side window caves in. Burns dishes, toys. What was our big sin? Gas boils and burns, more rubber ignites. What do? Not a town in sight. We stand in dismay, that car was a deer. Fire has caused us to shed a tear. Battery explodes. What a black mess. Journey on, we're worth a lot less. My first wife and our family were moving from Calgary to Winnipeg in Canada. And we stopped by my hometown of Burma where my mother lived, and then headed down, and all of a sudden I could sort of feel the car getting really hot, and so I pulled over to check what was happening, and our young daughter Daylene was sleeping in the back seat right over near the right rear tire, and it was just red hot. She was really hot, that was really hot. So I got out and had a look, and it was obvious. I wasn't sure, not being mechanically minded, but I was pretty sure there was a bearing was burning out in the right rear tire, and that's what it turned out to be. And you can't imagine, I don't think most people couldn't imagine a car burning up because a bearing burned out, but the whole car was gone in 20 minutes. So basically, that was it. That's the basis for the poem. I've written lots in the area of educational materials, a couple of textbooks, and particularly the one in business law. The publishers approached me, so I didn't have to hunt down publishers. They came to me to write for them. So self-publishing is a lot different, and I was a little concerned about, in our writing club and other clubs, I've heard people talk about the fact that they've been charged way too much for self-publishing. They outlay $13,000 as much as that, and then they end up with this whole stock of books that are filling their attic or garage or wherever, and guess can't sell them. My experience has been totally different. I managed to find out, referred by a local printer to InHouse Publishing, and they've been very helpful. I've found that they've led me through things that I knew nothing about, basically. They're given a competitive quote, and they provided other services that were also cost-effective. So my experience has been rewarding, is the best way to word it. And also, I'd like to give a little tip to other budding authors. If you're going to self-publish, get involved in the publication itself and the marketing of the publication, because it gives you a sense of fulfillment, I feel. And in my case, it's been relatively successful. Early days yet, but I've got between 20 and 25 sold books already in a few weeks. I expect to break even in the next 3 to 6 months on the book, and we'll see what happens after that. I've really done the reverse order of what I would like to have published. My passion really is writing, a historical novel or series of short stories based on my ancestors from 1600 through to today. And that's sort of stalled. It's about 45% complete. The reason for that, my daughter and son-in-law encouraged me to write my own memoirs. And that's 80 to 85% complete. So that's what's going to come out next. The only reason the poetry one came out first is because I already had it in a manuscript. I applied for a prize with that manuscript unsuccessfully, but it was there, needed to be published. So I think that's the next step, hopefully later this year, will be the Aussie with a funny accent.